The subconscious mind loves deadlines. I get reminded of this every time we have company over to our house. Has anyone ever had it where their house is literally in shambles? They live like hoarders, and then an hour before people show up, their house is immaculate. Like, all of a sudden, it's like, boom, they clean the house. That's why having deadlines is important. It never ceases to amaze me when we do these shows. There's a lot that goes into putting on a show, between the new content, the new materials, the trophies, the checks, making sure we have food and beverage and all the accommodations. There's so many things. It's so overwhelming. But guess what? It comes together because we have the deadline. Guess what? July 7th to the July 9th in Madison, Wisconsin at the beautiful Monona Terrace, we're going to have hundreds of hungry sales warriors that are counting on us to deliver on our goal of putting on a world-class training event. We have to do it. We get to do it.
It's time to listen up, closers. Before you go any further, you need to hear this. The Grosso University Sales Academy Masterclass is not just another training opportunity. This is the most in-demand, highest-rating sales training program in the history of the home improvement industry. Thousands of sales warriors just like you have gone through this life-changing program taught by our world-class head sales trainer, Daniel Coombsbury, and they are winning more and bigger because of it. If you're serious about dominating in sales, this is where you go to sharpen your edge. The best part is, it's 100% virtual and happens on the second Monday of every month, so there are absolutely zero excuses not to invest in your growth and development. Why don't you go ahead and hit the link in the description to learn more and lock in your spot and get ready to ignite the greatness within. On behalf of Grosso University, yes, you are a closer, and back to the video.
But we have that deadline to hold us accountable. And again, in the book, I talk about the bodybuilding competition where having that goal, having that deadline, knowing that I'm going to be on that stage, strut my stuff in front of hundreds of strangers, wearing very little. I held that in my mind, and that's why I was able to transform myself. But that's the way goals are, is whatever you want to achieve in your life, you can transform yourself physically, mentally, professionally, relationships, you name it. You can transform anything in your life, but you got to hold yourself accountable. Now, it's not enough just to have a goal. So there's three things I talk about in this book. You got the vision, which is long-term, right? Long-term in the future. I like to think of a vision as a destination. Then you have the goals you have to achieve to get to your vision for your future. Each goal I achieve gets me one step closer to achieving my vision for my future, right? Now, how do you achieve a goal, though? You got to come up with some ideas. You got to come up with a plan. You got to come up with a strategy. The analogy I use here is, what if you just showed up to Mount Everest because you had a goal of climbing Mount Everest, so you just went and drove there and started climbing? What would happen? You would die. Or you'd give up before you died, right? You'd give up. And this is a lot of times what happens with goals is we got these big, hairy, audacious goals like climbing Mount Everest, but we don't create a plan. So what are some ideas you could come up with to get prepared for climbing Mount Everest? What would I have to do? I have to get in shape, start training, start acclimating to thinner air, higher altitudes, maybe start cold plunging a little bit more, get my body acclimated to being able to handle the cold a little bit better. Start planning out every step along the journey, where I'm going to take my rest stops, where I'm going to camp out, what gear and equipment I'm going to bring. Goals are the exact same way, Once I establish a goal, I got to start coming up with the ideas, a plan as to how I'm going to get there. You can't just throw a goal against the wall and expect it's going to stick. Just like the bodybuilding goal, whatever your goal is. I know that if I want to get in shape for bodybuilding, I need to eat right. I need to meal prep. I need to track my macros. I need to stop boozing all the time. I need to make sure I have a strict training regimen. It's not just, getting in the gym. I got a specific way I need to train in order to carve the fat off my body and work on the things, highlight my strengths and work on my weaknesses. The posing routine. Obviously working on all that stuff. There's a lot of things that need to happen. I can't just show up to the bodybuilding competition and say, here we go. That'd be embarrassing.
Hold on, closers. Are you ready to stop losing deals to the same tired old objections?
At Grosso University, we've created this free closers guide just for you, which is a proven step-by-step framework to overcome any objection in the home improvement industry.
This is the exact system used by top producers in the game, closing at over 70% plus. including record-breaking selling streaks such as 40 sales in a row. Inside, you'll learn how to get to the true emotional root origin of every objection, crush resistance with confidence, and close like an absolute professional. The best part is, this framework will teach you how to become a tenacious one-call closer without building any pressure whatsoever. Don't leave money on the table. Download your free closer's guide now and start turning objections into opportunities. As always at Grosso University, yes, you are a closer, and back to the video.
So you got to think of goals that way. So part of your assignment for tomorrow, I want everyone to start thinking about what is your vision for your future. I want you to write down your vision. Your vision's long term. Where are you going? If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there, and it's often the road that leads to nowhere. You got to define where the hell are you going? Where are you driving to? Where are you taking your life, right? Because you're here for a reason, right? I want to be successful. I want to make more money. I want to close more sales. But I got to see, like, okay, assuming I do all that, where am I going with this? And I promise you, the more definite and clear you can be about your vision, the better. Now, raise your hand if you have a vision board now. Okay? About a quarter of the room. If you do not have a vision board, you personally and your team, as soon as you get back home, the first thing everybody should do is create a vision board immediately. And I'm not talking having Alexa create it or put an app on your phone. I'm talking get the canvas or the cardboard cutout, download pictures, stick it on there, put it somewhere in your house where you can see it every day, or somewhere at your office where you can see it every day. Make sure that your background on your phone is congruent with your vision. Where am I going? You want to see it everywhere you go. You want to internalize it. You want to experience it everywhere you go. It's interesting. I always had my salespeople create vision boards, and we had a $2 million President's Club at Mad City where everyone that hit $2 million got a Rolex watch. Now, I had salespeople at the beginning of the year create vision boards, and take a wild guess what was very common on my sales reps' vision boards. A Rolex. Almost every single salesperson that had a Rolex on their vision board, what do you think happened at the end of the year? They got fired. I'm just kidding. No, they achieved that goal. It's always amazing to me. I've experienced this so many times. I've seen this work so many times with so many different people. But we got to work together on this, right? Sometimes you just need that little motivation, that inspiration to get started. This is what we're doing here. So be definite about your vision, whatever it is. It can be anything. It doesn't even have to be related to sales. Like, what is your vision for your future? So be very clear. Now, what goals would I need to achieve in order for that vision to come true? There's certain things we have to accomplish. A certain amount of money I need to make each year. A certain amount of skills I need to develop. Maybe my goal is more, relationship. I want to find that significant other. I want to start a family. I want the American dream. I want the house with the white picket fence, whatever your goal is. So you got to achieve these goals so I can hit my vision for my future. Now, once I have those goals, here's the exercise. I want to look at my list of goals. Let's say I have 5 goals, 10 goals. Doesn't really matter. Look at your list of goals and ask yourself, if only one of those goals came true tomorrow, which one would have the most profound impact on my life and propel me faster towards my vision for my future? Which one of those goals is going to have the greatest impact on my life? I want to circle that goal, highlight it, put arrows around it, blow it up, put it all over the place, scream it from the mountaintops, make it public, and now start writing down some ideas. What do I have to start doing right this second to start working towards achieving that goal? When should you start working towards your goal? Immediately. Yesterday would be better. Start doing it now. What do we tend to do as human beings with goals? The diet starts. Well, the good news is it's Monday, right? Diet starts Monday. Starts today. So start acting on those goals immediately. Don't drag your feet.